Everybody, how are you doing? I have some trivia for you. So, has anyone ever watched Behind the Music on Vh1?
Yeah.
It's dope, right? So I was talking to them in one, so because you know it went away for a lot of years, and like 3 years ago they brought it back. It was a big deal because I like the commercials. It'll be like pain, trauma, and then there's like the part where they turn away. I just need a minute. I go turn the cameras off, and it's like about their rise back from the ashes because it was so hard and it was so emotional for them. So I'm really intrigued by Behind the Music on VH1. So I'll be talking to Mid1 about a lot when I get my Behind the Music because I want to have my moment where they're gonna have to pan away from me. They're gonna go to all the crappy places I worked. They're gonna go to the schools who bullied me when I was like 10. It's gonna be like, I just need a second, I just got away, I just need a moment, it's gonna be fine. And then it's gonna be about my fame. Because if y'all don't know, I'm hella famous. Mid1 is hella famous. If y'all are new, I'm hella famous. Just so you're aware, you're contributing to my fame right now.
Yeah.
So everyone looks so surprised. You don't understand that Iguana is a hella famous place. Mid1's hella famous, Joan's hella famous, all the regular artists look so shocked. You're gonna see tonight, people here, there's famous people here, there's hella famous people here. So everyone's surprised, it's okay though. So the piece I'm gonna do tonight, I actually finished writing today because I've been thinking a lot about Behind the Music, and I have a hella famous poem part 1, I have Catalyst for Consciousness, was hella famous part 2, and this piece is called Behind the Music, still hella famous. And y'all look so surprised. Dear VH1, I'm writing on my own behalf to demand my Behind the Music because we're at the breaking point of my fame. I've been out on the forefront since the music that keeps me going, dancing between upstaging me and background singers, potential heightened. I've been too afraid to sing and really let myself go there. And writing poetry, I still married in the way that I tell these stories, which for your purposes translate into stories about the journey of my fame, like upstaging me, background singers, and heightened. Just throw your hands up because when I was a shy kid, dreaming, planning, and plotting my hip-hop empire, like who's the mogul now? I used to think a Grammy was the watermark of success until the Grammys fell off. How did MJB not win the Grammy for No More Drama? And no disrespect to Beyonce, but she's not the only one of color available to sing with legends. And as I got older, wondering if the world could recognize that I had what it takes to be the hottest chick in the game, I realized I don't need Grammys. I need a VH1 Behind the Music because my rise to fame started November 29, 1984 in San Jose, California, but we're not at that part of the story right now. Why are y'all lagging on my journey about my fame? Because we're at the breaking point. We're at the part where I need to ask the cameras to leave and just feel me crying because it's not the first struggle I've two-stepped with, and it's the same struggles with new steps and I'm too slow to keep up with. So I'm treating my potential to get it Behind the Music like any other application process, like any other social but low-key political process, like any other it's not what you know, it's who you know process. We're at the part where Let's I burn Andre Rice's house down. We're at the part where Boyz II Men almost broke up in 1998. We're at the part where DMX got arrested the first of multiple times. We're at the part where Nas got publicity for Khalees running her mouth. We're at the part where Brandy's ex said they never really got married, but they said they did. We're at the part where T.I. got arrested for stockpiling weapons. We're at the part where Mary J. Blige was in the No More Drama, My Life era, enough said. We're at the part where Nelly was hella famous for all the wrong reasons. It sounds like tip drill. We're at the part where Eve was stressing about her sex tape. We're at the part where 50 Cent got shot 9 times. We're at the part where the game got betrayed by his truth with 50 Cent. Because my life, my fame, my struggles is my resume. So I don't care about 1 page versus 2. Put your name in the biggest font possible. Like take this off and move this here. What's the point you're trying to get across? Because I have big dreams, bigger ambitions, and even bigger imagination. And I can back it up with my resume. It looks like my face. Because I'm praying to utilize my dreams, my talents, and my passions to become gainfully employed. I'm tired of being an overgrown post-college graduate, hustling for hours in arenas not made to be livable. But I know it's all part of my fame. VH1, why aren't you feeling all the places I worked? And VH1, my identity is not something you package in the first 12 minutes pre-commercial. It's a light that never dims, even though sometimes it flickers. Because I've told you already, my life is a very racial, all the time kind of place. Because waking up in my house was a circus of race, and walking outside the door was a circus of racial politics. But we're not at that part right now. You should be feeling the aftermath like post-puberty internal racial riots, post-youth activists battling internal external disenfranchisement. But you're in the midst of what it means to be hella famous, because I've always been hella famous. But doubting my dreams was doubting my own abilities, was doubting my own fame. And love had me pushing, fighting, and hiding from my own fame, but we're not at that part right now. We're in the middle of the story, and it sounds like application process, because I've been moving forward, becoming hella famous in 2012, and it comes down to social but low-key political processes. And VH1, I wish you had footage of these job interviews, because people think I'm playing when I say they didn't pick me because they couldn't handle my fame. Because Starbucks is scared of my fame, but they keep me around because they know the fan base they lost when I ran away screaming the first time. The politicians, community organizers, youth mentors, I'm timid about how hella famous I am. And VH1, we're at the breaking point. Because my identity is not a light that dims, even though it flickers sometimes. It flickers like Lindsey is not a safe Asian. Because I know I've been dubbed short-tempered. I'm not going to fight it because it's true. And if I had another face, it wouldn't be such a red flag. I know I've ran with thugs and hood chicks, religious types, nerds, comic book geeks, rappers, actors, ex-felons, parolees, techies, immigrants, snobs, musicians, poets, and college dropouts. You can't process that the streets call me and people know me and they understand my fame. I'm labeled as overly aggressive because I sound more like a rapper with legit stories I've lived that color my conversations and not UC stories what looks like your local news anchor or pageant Chinatown girls. Because my mom told me I've never been good with those Miss America answers. It's not that I don't want world peace. It's that I say what I've lived with sincerity because it sounds truthful. It sounds like I'm too hella famous for you because these answers that don't make you feel safe. Really, they should just hold mirrors to me and tell the status quo to run quickly. So VH1, the camera crew has not arrived yet. And none of my family, friends, or former co-workers have been interviewed yet. So I have to treat this like any other application process, like any other social but low-key political process, like any other it's not what you know, it's who you know process. I know what it is, the was consistently intrigued by my fame and before I understood what it was about. And my identity cannot fit into the first 12 minutes pre-commercial. And while my identity is not something that dims, it just flickers sometimes. I know it's those who hold up mirrors and tell the status quo to run quickly, away from what it means to be hella famous. And living this way is positive, is powerful. It's how I cope with these realities like struggles with 2 steps I move to in the wrong rhythm. Or music, background singers, and potential hype man upstage me like put your hands up. My life is the behind the music. We've been all part of this journey. And VH1, I'm still waiting. Thank y'all.